I kind of just want to kick it off with you telling us a little bit about why you even came in to think about doing the challenge with us. Like, what were you struggling with? What was happening on your end? And we'll kind of ping pong from there.
Yeah, sure. So the reason that I first joined the program is that I honestly kind of lost hope in every other way to lose weight and reach my goal weight and, get my fitness back on track. I've tried everything surgical even, but, things didn't work out. And if it worked out, it wouldn't last. It wouldn't, do the impact that I wanted to see. So I thought I would give it one last chance. This is when I saw your program and saw your challenge, and I was kind of encouraged. And I thought that why not just give it one more try before I really give up hope on everything. And on our first conversation, I remember that I was completely frank and honest, and you've kind of seen it from the beginning, that all the things that I have tried over the years and all the dieting, all the mentality changes that I have been through and everything, and you kind of, addressed that part correctly. And you thought you encouraged me to take one more chance and invest in this. And honestly, I was convinced. And I first started the 6 weeks challenge program, which was honestly very exciting and challenging. It wasn't the easiest thing, to be fairly honest, but it was definitely a challenge in every meaning. I changed my whole diet. I changed my mentality. I started to be committed more to the workouts. I was religiously committed to it. I was more of, challenging myself, challenging James, challenging you as well, to kind of see if this will actually work out. And by the end of those 6 weeks, I've seen, throughout those 6 weeks, I've seen fluctuation in my weight. I've seen my body gets leaner and then gets softer and gets stronger. But by the end of those 6 weeks, I honestly have reached my goal. I've lost about 9.5 pounds, which was my end goal. My PMI was just perfect and what I wanted. And I was so happy and thrilled, and I just couldn't believe it. My jeans are fitting me, and I can move, I can climb up the stairs very fast. I don't feel like unfit, or whenever I do like an outdoor activity with my friends, I don't feel like I'm gonna be always the one left behind. And what really was amazing that with all these medical conditions I have PCOS. James was very considerate in his nutritional plan that he has provided. He did not only address the weight loss part, but he also addressed the PCOS part, which really mattered in my mood swings and my mentality and my ability to, find substitutes and encourage myself to move forward and continue doing what I'm doing. He also always checked on me throughout those 6 weeks, texted me whenever I feel like I'm losing hope, he would get me back on my feet and encourage me to go till the end line. And I did go to the end line. I've reached my goal, and I was so happy and thrilled. I didn't think twice about continuing on the following program with him. I signed up really in less than 48 hours. I was convinced, I really felt like he knows what's going on with my body, and he knows what I'm going through. He doesn't push me in an unlogical sense to move forward. He would give me my chance to feel sad and then encourage me to stand again on my feet. And that really mattered to me. And his continuous follow-ups, honestly, was kind of a subconscious to me. Whenever I try to cheat or whenever I try to be lazy and miss a workout, his message would make me feel guilty for doing this. And I would literally the following minute, I would wear my leggings and start working out. So yeah, I started the following program, which is about 6 months. And it has been going great. Definitely there was fluctuation, like any natural body. You gain weight a bit and then you lose it. I have increased my protein intake. I have changed my whole diet. I have decreased my dairy products. in my diet, which definitely has helped my PCOS. And by the end of the 6 months, not only I have lost 6 more pounds almost, I actually got pregnant. And with the PCOS, it's very hard to get pregnant with PCOS unless you get like regulated on a very healthy diet, move a lot, be active, don't give up for laziness. And James was making sure of that. He, even though I have a weak leg, he would like, keep follow up with me. Are those workouts fine by you? Can you do this workout? Let me know if this workout is not working with you for you. And honestly, that left an opportunity for me to discuss what kind of workouts I feel like I can do and what kind of other workouts I don't feel like I'm doing. And he would always give me substitutes. And I have seen, before I got pregnant, I have seen the difference on my body. I was much leaner. I haven't seen my family in 2 years. When I finally had the chance to visit them, they were all complimenting my body. And they were all like commenting on how lightly I'm moving around, how active I am. And because of PCOS, I used to be tired most of the day. I would sleep most of the day. Now I get my complete 8 hours of sleep and then, be productive for the rest of the day. So literally everyone, even my husband, he was trying to copy me. He was challenged by me with how committed I am. Like everyone was like inspired by my program and how committed I am. And I refer James to most of my friends, and honestly, this is literally the best program that I have been, fitness program that I have been in my entire life. And I have been into more than a dozen, honestly. I have been into different gym programs. I've been into nutritional programs. I've been into surgical operations as well to make me lose weight. And honestly, that's the only thing that worked. And knowing that it worked naturally just by my own will, it kind of gave me such a confidence, and it restored my faith in my body. And now that I'm pregnant and, seeing how capable my body is doing, even though with the PCOS and the 1 weak leg and not the strongest entire muscular body, I started to reconnect with my body and see how powerful it is, honestly. And yeah, I think that's it.
I appreciate the kind words. I mean, that's a lot of information. But I think that it's probably it'd be pretty reasonable to say that for you that 1, you're coming out of this with more confidence. 2, you're coming out of this obviously healthier. 3,
Yes.
Pregnancy is something that is a big blessing where you're at, and something that you didn't know if it was possible previously because of what was that.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Going back to the challenge, like when we talked and you were talking to your husband and, we're trying to figure it out, like, hey, is this going to be something for you or not? What was the biggest concern in the back of your head before you started?
I thought it was it's gonna be another failed trial. Like I'm gonna spend a ton of money on it and I will like gain weight again and, lose weight a couple of weeks and then regain it again. I feel like this was not worth the investment and the commitment, honestly. Because it's long period. Let's be honest, it's 6 weeks to 6 months. The first program is 6 weeks and the second program is 6 months. So it's a huge commitment, not only financially. So we're talking about every day. I mean, your mentality has to be committed every day. Your workouts has to be done every other day. So your diet has to be in a certain, portions and a certain types and quantities and everything. So that was all of it was a huge commitment. And I'm not gonna only invest in the money in it. I'm gonna also invest my energy and my faith and everything and my trust. So I honestly, because I told you, I've tried so many things before. I thought that, is this gonna be another failed mission? So that honestly was like, it kind of, what they say, how do you say, they take another leap of faith, one last leap of faith. That was the last leap of faith I did in this kind of maintaining my body hope. So that was it, honestly, to think about it and even talk about it with my husband and my family, and to put such amount of money and energy and mentality, time and everything some people were against, some people were with, but honestly, from deep inside, I felt like I should do this. Honestly, I feel like, you know, especially after the first conversation that we had, and I was completely honest, and you were very understanding, and you listened, which honestly not a lot of people do nowadays, even in the medical field. People would just, you know, wrap you up with any nutrition plan they got on their mind and like get the money out of you and let you go. So you actually listened, and I felt that you appreciated that I talked from my heart, and that was new for me. So yeah, that honestly what brought me in.
No, I mean, I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, anything else you want to leave anyone with that's on the fence, that's before their call, like they have their fitness consultation coming up and they're watching this?
Yeah.
Anything you want to leave them with?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely advise everyone to at least give it a try, at least give it a try. And you know, life is so short to miss a good opportunity. You will definitely regret later on if you miss that opportunity. You will regret it later on and say, oh my God, I would have at least given it a bit of time. I would have at least given it a bit of faith. So if you're not convinced, if this is not your, you know, what you're seeking at this right moment, at least give it a try. No pressure whatsoever. There's no commitments. Just give it a try. Think about it. Talk about it. Be honest. Share all your concerns, because honestly, when I shared my all concerns, and I've had a lot of blue days and down days throughout these periods, and let yourself be heard out. Don't just keep your concerns for yourself. And then I think you will walk them through it and advise them. If they still don't feel like it, then it's okay, but at least they should give a try.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. At the end of the day, we're just looking to change lives, right? And a lot of the work comes down to the individual that takes it serious.
Yes.
But you know, the amount of feedback that you provided to me across the journey up to this point allowed me for us to hop on the phone when we need to, for us to fire off a text, send you something, a video, send you an update, a change protocol, and just iterate based on where you're at and what you're seeing and mentally where we're going, right?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
it just takes some maneuvering, right? Some finagling, some moving around.
And honestly, I think that you're not only focusing on the body and the weight and the number and the PPI numbers, you're not only focusing on the data, you're focusing also on the mentality. And that's what you keep following up on every week, not just the numbers, not how many hours you spend on the treadmill, not how many hours you spent working out. You just want to see how happy I am, how satisfied I'm actually believing in this. I'm just doing it out of, you know, I have to do it. So that was really important. Really, I have never seen that in any coach before, honestly, which is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the very kind words, and I appreciate you opening up to all these random people that you don't know. Thank you to talk about
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to stop the recording here, but I really appreciate it, Omnia. I really, really do. I hope anyone watching this see she's a real deal and has come from a place where didn't have a ton of hope and what was moving forward, and that kind of place where, like, every time I talk to you now, you're fired up about how you're going to take the next step to continue down your path, even though it looks different now, pregnant, than it did when we first started.
Oh yeah. Oh, I honestly, I would have never thought I would get pregnant that fast, honestly. So I honestly think, and my doctor, she literally said that. She said that as long as you're keeping your weight down, just as you did like the last few months, you're gonna get pregnant. And honestly, that was because of it. I just my health life has completely entirely changed. Yes. And I'm speaking really from my heart this time. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, I greatly appreciate you being willing to share that. I'm going to pause the recording there, but thank you so much. Thank you for being open.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure, James. My pleasure.